Welcome to Life Matters, and today we are taking you skating. That is roller skating. Don't worry, you're not going to fall. We got you. So today we're at the Temple Hills Skate Palace in Temple Hills, Maryland on Branch Avenue. And you see, I don't have one of these skates, but it's okay. But we do have some professionals here. We do have two special guests. The general manager of the Skate Palace, Michael Spate, and also one of the skating instructors, Ken Rolo Davis, and we're going to get back to that Rolo a little later on. But I'm going to turn to Stephanie to start off.
Okay, like Julie said, we're out here in exciting Temple Skate, right? So I want to ask you, Mike, it seems like, to me anyway, roller skating is not as popular as it used to be back in the day, like in the 70s and the 80s. How have you seen the culture of roller skating change?
Wow, it's bigger than ever. It's huge. You know, we have over 800 teens in here on the weekends, and adults come out and skate 300 or 400 on Thursdays. It's bigger than ever.
Wow.
I've seen the lines. My church is just right down the street, and I've seen the lines of people getting in. It's awesome.
I used to roller skate. I haven't been in a while, so I guess that tells you how old I am. I don't know. But you said older people come out too, right?
Absolutely.
Like, how have you seen the roller skating impact the community, and particularly the youth?
Well, they all come out. I mean, they come out, they have a good time, drama-free, you know.
Yes.
You know, for that many teens these days to come out and have a good time in one building, that's huge. So, yeah.
Yes, you make an excellent point, because I know I think about that when I hear about a lot of youth getting together in one place. Sometimes you hear about, you know, violence breaking out, drama, like you said. So,
yeah.
And that you have some type of character nights or Girl Scout nights or report card days. What is that all about?
Yes, we have the cartoon characters. They come out and they interact with the crowd, and you know, it's a nice family entertainment. It's nice.
Drama-free.
Drama-free.
Drama-free. That's what I like to hear.
Absolutely.
Drama-free and fun.
And fun.
That's what we need. More fun and less drama.
Bringing the young people together, because if they don't have anything else to do, that's a positive venue.
Absolutely.
A positive activity.
Absolutely.
For people to get involved with.
Okay, well, great. Well, thank you, Mike. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure's mine.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Indeed.
So, Ken, I want to turn it to you now.
Yes.
After reading your bio, I heard about Ron McNair, Dr. Ron McNair, the astronaut, influenced you, gave you purpose. Now, how so? How did he give you purpose?
Well, Ron McNair was my martial arts instructor, and for 15 years I was learning under his instruction, and he just sort of like a father figure, kept me out of trouble and kept me, you know, into the martial arts, into disciplines right at the age where I would have got in trouble as a young man. So very influential in my life.
Oh, that's excellent. So how did you get introduced to skating?
You know, it's a funny story. I grew up in Boston, Mass, and there was a little skate shop in Harvard Square that used to rent out roller skates, and I got a job there. I was looking for a job, and the guy hired me, and I was renting out skates and also making roller skates, and
wow.
I just started skating. I didn't have a bike, so I started skating, and you know, people started saying, "Oh, you're good on those things," so I just kept on going with them.
Okay, excellent. So what I was going to ask you is, going back to purpose, how important do you think it is for a young person, particularly a young black man, to have purpose?
Very important. There's a lot of bad influence out there. I mean, it's all around you, and it's really, it's hard to find anything positive in the community. So I think it's also important to be around people that are positive.
Right.
So skating, you meet a lot of positive people. It's good for fitness.
Yes.
And you know, I'm a stickler for fitness. It's good for fitness. It's good to meet people. You meet good role models. It's just very important to, you know, at a young age, like it was given to me. I try to give it back the way it was given to me, basically.
Excellent. So that's exactly what I was going to mention, because you talked about how Dr. Ron McNair helped you and what he poured into you. So what have you seen you pour into other young people the way he poured into you? Can you get specific, or what?
Never give up.
Okay.
Never give up.
Do you see that young people tend to want to give up, even just learning how to skate, maybe, or just schooling and that kind of thing?
Yeah, from time to time, I do see youth that want to give up. They want to quit, especially starting out with roller skating. You know, in the beginning, you know, building that foundation. It's hard to build the foundation, but once you get the foundation, you can build off of the foundation. but just the initial foundation is hard, just to get through that little period right there. But once you get that, it's like you develop your own style of skating, and it's on from there. So,
okay, excellent.
You know.
Excellent. Now, one thing I did read also is that you did a lot of performances, and you actually performed at the Apollo Theater in New York.
4 times.
Really?
Yeah.
So how was that experience?
It was exciting. I came from this rink with about 2 busloads of people each time I went. We went down to New York, and that was my cheering section, and it went well. I won each time that I went on Apollo.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. So what did you do? You did just a performance?
Just a performance. I went solo on skates, and just, you know, just out there having fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, excellent. So that boosted your confidence. How old were you during that time?
Oh, that was in '91, so that was a
Okay.
while. I'm not going to tell my age, but that was a while ago.
Just a couple of years ago.
Just a couple of years ago.
Okay, that's
I'm 17.
Great.
You know.
Oh, right. And you look it. Yes, you
Thank
do.
you.
Yes,
Thank
you do. I think skating and fitness and all that has
Right.
really helped you.
It keeps you young.
Yeah,
Keeps you
exactly.
young.
Now, I know you talked about karate as well. So are you still involved with that? Because that's where you started, really.
I still practice. I also have a fight club that I run, and that helps also for me
young
to stay in
people?
shape. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and young people are still involved.
The
You're
young
working with young
people
people
are
with that.
still involved with that.
Okay,
Yes.
excellent.
I try to give attention to the youth. That's I think that's what I like to call my gift.
Okay.
God's gift to me.
Yes.
And I try to pass it on to the youth the way it was given to me. And martial arts is one way I do it, and skating is the other.
Okay, excellent.
So, yeah, and they both seem to be very productive. I've seen results with the youth, so.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, what I do want to ask, too, is we talked about purpose, and I wanted to know, you also had a little bump in your life, just a little bump. We just call it a little bump.
Little bump, yes.
Where, you know, drugs try to enter in and get you off your purpose,
That's
get you
right.
off your lane,
That's right.
and all that. So how did you overcome, and how did some of the activities like skating and karate help with that, or even other young people or your mentors? How did it help you get over the hump, get over the bump?
Well, you know, there's a scripture that says, bring a child up in the way that you should, and he'll return to those ways.
Yes.
And I'm sort of, you know, I'm not doing it verbatim, but
No, that's
basically that's what happened. At an early age, I was introduced to church. And even though I strayed away from it, you know, these are the people that God used. You know, people with testimonies. So, yeah, I came back, and now I'm stronger than ever. I have something to offer the youth now.
Exactly, because you've seen the other side.
Right.
And so now you know
I'm
how
usable.
it is. Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
So you have a testimony, because now the young people say, well, you know, Mr. Davis, you never been there. You don't know
Right.
what the temptations are.
Right.
It's like, you know what the temptations are.
Yeah.
You know the path that
Right.
God can take you. You
That's
know how
right.
important it is to stay on that path, and the different venues and different activities that can keep you going.
Right,
You know,
absolutely.
amen, I love it.
Yes.
So while we're standing here and you have on your skates, so I think this
knew
would be
that
a
was
perfect time. Yes, you have to show a little something on the rink, and so if you want to cue your music, and we can go and you show us a little something what you do.
Okay, I'll be glad to.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be glad to. Thank you.
Alrighty. Cue the music.
And thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
You go.
Now, I'll leave the rest to the youth. I'm getting too old for this here. So.
See, that was beautiful. I can't do it. I'm telling you, the things that really hindered me when I was skating, because it's been about 12, 13 years since I've been on skates.
Right.
And the one thing that I noticed too, and we're just going to show this before we go to the next segment. In the next segment, we're going to see some of the young people throw it down, you know, on the rink. But the one thing I had a problem with is turning and stopping. And I know the mechanics of it, but it is so difficult for me to stop. What stops me is another person or a wall. That's what stops me normally. Right. So, but can you just show how typically how you would stop, if you could just do it right here?
Sure. What you want to do, showing you from the side, a forward stop, you just want to drag your toe stop and bend the front knee. Sit your weight straight down the middle, just like so.
Okay.
Backwards, it would be the same thing. Weight straight down the middle. So it's just a matter of putting your weight straight down the middle and sticking your toe stop out right there.
Okay, now what about a turn, especially if you're just making just a simple turn, just to go around the rink, or just, you know, how do you turn?
Turns are, they can be complicated.
Yes, yes.
So what you want to do is one leg in front of the other. It's all in your hips.
Yes.
And twist.
Oh, see, that's what I wasn't doing, because I would just turn with the wall.
And twist.
I was like,
well, that's
wall,
one way to
get
learn.
Around?
It might be the long way, but that's one way to learn.
Yes, because what would happen was my legs would get really, really sore from doing it the wrong way.
Right.
So there is a proper way to do it, and the exercise is great.
Well,
we'll talk a little bit more about that in the next segment too.
All right.
Because that was beautiful, and I know that it's a great thing to do, and I just wanted you to see a little something we could do. So in the next segment, we're going to show some of our young people what they can do too. Okay, we'll be right back.
I wish I could go back. Back when I didn't need someone to do my hair. Back when I could still say my husband's name. Back when I could have called 911 but didn't. Back when I first felt the warning signs of a stroke but did nothing. I wish I could go back, but I can't.
With a stroke, time lost is brain lost. At the first warning signs, take action immediately.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yep.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes. The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado or any other disaster. Visit ready.gov.
Welcome back. Now we're back with Ken Rolo Davis and a couple of his students that he works with in skating. And so I'm going to let Ken, if you introduce who we have here today.
Okay, this is Brianna, and this is Tony.
Excellent. So how old are you, Brianna?
I'm 11.
Great. And how old are you?
13.
All right now. So can you tell us how you like skating and how long you've been skating and working with Mr. Davis?
I've been skating for 2 years, and I've been working with Mr. Davis for 2 years. And the reason I like skating is because it just makes me feel like happy. And my parents been skating for a long time, my whole family. And it's just like a tradition.
Oh, it's a family thing. I love it. That is great. Okay. And young man, if you pass the mic to him.
I've been skating for 1 year, and I've been skating with Mr. Davis for 1 year. I like skating because it lets me release my problems and lets me have fun time and let me do something that when I don't have nothing to do. And it's something that I really like to do.
Excellent. So how often do you all skate? Is like once a week or almost every day?
Every
day, really? Yeah. Wow. So that's good exercise and you have fun. So instead of just going to the malls or just hanging out or just bored at home, you have a place to come and just kind of hang out and do something positive, right? Okay, that's excellent. Well, at this point in time, we're going to have Brianna and, Tony do a little something along with some of their other friends so they can show their skills on the rink, on the wheels. Okay.
I'm George Foreman. There is a place where ordinary people do extraordinary things every day. That place is the American Red Cross. When you help the American Red Cross, you help America. Call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcross.org to learn more.
Hi there, I'm Algebra 2, and I find that sometimes students find me scary. Sure, there's a little bit of homework, but doing algebra and algebraic equations is fun, right? Where's everybody going? X equals Y, Y equals X. After a while, you'll get the hang of it, and then you'll be prepared for college. Give me a break. I'm not nearly as tough as people think. If you need a little extra help, just swing by after class. Kids do it all the time. I'm not that tough. Kids can be tough. And I don't smell bad. I use the deodorant every morning, and again if I'm going out later on.
Welcome back. Now you're about to see some of the young people do their thing on the skates, on the rink, on the wheels, however you want to say it, and they're going to show what they know to do. And so Ken, describe exactly what you're going to show. What they're going to show.
Okay, this is called, what they're about to do is the routine they've been practicing. It's called the JB Wave. It actually originated in Chicago, and they're doing this stuff all around the country, but it started in Chicago. So it's called the JB Wave, so I'm going to let them, pictures worth 1,000 words, so I'll let you see it.
Okay. Take it away, kids.
Let's go. We're ready. Should that be? Again. Okay, these kids, they're about to do the JB Wave, and this is the tempo of music that they usually use for this. Now, notice you have different age groups here. The youngest one, Samarjay in the back, is 6 years old. So we got ages 6 to probably 17 years old out there. You notice the movement, it looks easy, but it's not at all. It takes a little practice. These guys, they stick together, they skate together all the time, and they're here every day skating, so, you know. You have to watch closely the footwork, shuffling, and then you'll see the dip. It's coming up right here, and again, very difficult to do. So, but we welcome you all to try it.
Can we do splits? Can we do splits?
Splits? What's that, another routine? Splits, yes. I'm just gonna have them do one more thing. They're all gonna do different splits. And you'll see. Notice the footwork. It's a lot of stepping. Okay, let me get them started. Wallace, splits. Splits, splits, splits. Splits, splits. Wallace. Try to do it more in front of the camera. Hey. Splits, come on. Keep going, you're on camera. Good, good, good. All right, guys, that's it, good job.
Well, we really hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed watching it. Maybe one day I'll put some skates again on, but I think it's great exercise, but it's all about community. It's all about helping the young people as well as the adults. Now, let me ask you, before we close this out, what do you tell the adults and the parents? How are they feeling about all this?
The adults and the parents, you know, myself as an adult, I know that skating helps me so much because, of course, we take on more responsibility as adults. And it's a great outlet. Yeah. It's a great outlet when I come home, you know. You can go anywhere in the country and go to a skating rink. You don't need company. You can be by yourself and just sort of get into your own zone and just sort of let all your attention out.
And I know the parents are appreciative for their young people to have something positive to do that keeps them moving, and I'm sure it's even helped them in school, because they always talked about how if you're physical about, you know, doing physical work and really working out, it helps the brain. And it helps with schoolwork too. I'm assuming that.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Have you heard stories and testimonies from the young people about how it's helped them with their schoolwork, being out here in the community and working out in a way?
Well, you know, it's like I say again, it's an outlet for the adults and an outlet for the kids also, because kids go through also. And one thing that I strive for with all my students, I try to encourage them to do well in school, you know, and I sort of give favoritism to sort of like the A students, but I also will encourage the ones that might be falling behind, just try to get them to push their grades up also.
Excellent.
So we try to keep the grades involved in behavior. We try to keep all that involved with the skating here.
Right, excellent.
So
because the two young people that we talked to earlier, they're honor roll students, they're doing well in school, so that's why we had them on camera. We want to highlight all the young people that are doing well, and we want to highlight the ones and encourage the ones who may have little struggles and all that. So it's wonderful.
Right, and I like to say also that there was actually 6 honor roll students, and I had to sort of pick and choose, you know, the 2 that I wanted to just sort of come up and speak. So we had several honor roll students to, you know, so couldn't get them all on camera. But
that's fine. That's fine. But they really did their thing, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Ken, so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael Spate, for allowing us to come and show off what the community is doing. So we really appreciate it. We hope that you all get out in the community, find something in your family and your community to do that you enjoy, that's positive, and bring something great into the community and helping the young people to move forward, helping the adults to move forward and to actually move. So let's get moving, and we'll see you next time. If you want any more information about what we talked about today, email us at lifematters@gmail.com. That's 2 S's on matters. And we'll see you next time. And the other websites will be scrolling afterwards. So we'll see you and keep moving.
Thank you.